Hello and welcome to Anlian Holidays. Now, and only now, the entire Anlian calendar in one video. So let's see. I just got a text. I'll wait on that. So Angel 1, the new year. This involves the Angel Week ceremony, as previously done, which is previously videoed, which is like a Passover Seder, and at the end you eat apple pie filling and donuts, and you call it apple crap and French toast dregs, or pancake splatters and apple crap. Then you start every morning with pancake splatters and apple crap. You seal. You do a seal of the season in the beginning of the week, or at the end of the previous week, and then you do a seal of the week at the end of the week. And here's the beginning of. So this is the week that contains the 1st of August. Then you have the beginning of August. So for the beginning of August, you want to create a prediction box where you go through. Let's see if I can get the prediction box that I made. Let's kind of alienate the audience from what we are writing here. See, here is a prediction box. Got 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 16 years ago. You can find patterns, 2 in a row. That's 50%. Plan, 75%. 2 randomly, that's 30%. Then you've got a specific plan, 75%. I already did say that. And then you check the previous one to see if it came true. Then you have an ohil. You create something new, a new type of chart, a new type of book, a new thing. Typically completed with AI, but more typically not completed at all and just planned. That's more rewarding. Then you've got, because something that's planned has more success being planned than it does being actually done. So then you have the Angalo of War. The Angalo of War, I made a video for the Angalo of War, but it was just, it had the likeness of my friend in it, so I couldn't post it. The Angalo of War celebrates the creator of the universe, Oolong, in the first universe they created. They were in a war-torn world, and they needed the seed to the next universe that they could put in their machine, the Posval drive that crushes the universe down and using general relativity, and then produces a new universe out of that energy in a lower dimension where the Planck's length is smaller. And they did it by basically giving these people a nuclear bomb and saying mutually assured destruction would ensure peace. And so for this day, you come up with a solution for war. I guess the nuclear bomb is the solution for war, but I questioned that this year, and I used I watched Dr. Strangelove, which is about how nuclear bomb could possibly lead to the end of humanity. Then you've got the seal of the month for August. The seal of the month for August is a special thing where, once again, you create the prediction box. You also do what I'm doing now, which is you wash the linens Most people wash the linens every week. I used to not do it a lot, so this is sort of like a compromise that's going to transition over to washing linens every week. But I wash the linens, like the bed sheets and the tablecloth, once a month on the last week. Then you've got checking the previous prediction box on the beginning of September. Rain day. This goes back to a story when I was 14 years old. I put myself. So I hadn't been on a Cub Scout camporee in a long time, so I put my tent out in front of the house, but it was raining, and the rain came through the tent, and I eventually had to give it up and go back inside. Because of that, I've always tried to beat it, and every second week of September, I go out in the rain, because it always rains sometime during that week, and I try to sleep out in the tent. I haven't done it when I've been in this apartment or in my own apartment much, because I'm not allowed to pitch a tent outside the apartment because I don't own that area. But I do sometimes go over to like a cabin and try to sleep in it through the night. Halklo. Halklo is basically Yom Kippur. It's the Day of Atonement, placed right on the Day of Atonement in mid-September, taken from Judaism. But the way is slightly different. I write a list of all my sins in online. So I write my sins throughout the year in this book. They're always written as Halk and then what it is. And I take the Halk and then what it is. And then I take the Halklo I take all those Halks and I put them on one page. I put that page inside of a backpack. And then just like the dummy, I showed you this, just like the dummy I used to make in middle school, I put a coat over the backpack to make it look like a human, put like some pants on it to make it have legs, and then I throw it off of a high place. And I say that's basically Kippuris. It's the sacrifice, the ritual sacrifice. Doesn't really do much. The actual atonement and on geeky is abstention, provable by the expansion of the terms and the chance of recidivism by term. But yeah. So then you've got, the term's getting longer is what I meant by expansion terms. So then you've got the Seal of September, make a new prediction box, and then you make a new prediction box, and you do the linens again, look at the prediction box again, beginning of October, and not to mention like every weekend we're making a seal of the week, Then there's the Angalo of... Sorry, it's not loading very well on the camera. The Angalo of Hunger. So this is where you should donate food to someone in need, or you just share food with someone. I guess I have done that accidentally, but I've never really done it on purpose on the Angalo of Hunger. Like, I've given money to homeless people, I've given money to charities, I've given food to friends, I've taken food from friends, but I don't think I intentionally do this on the Ongalo of Hunger. I just hypothetically have that there. And this is, of course, when Oolong came into the second universe. They provided the Stardust printer for an infinite food source to solve the hunger problem. And you come out with a new invention. You've got the Seal of October, doing the creating the prediction box, and doing the linens. Angel 2, same Angel Week ceremony, but you're all in costume for Halloween, and you take one piece of candy that you get from Halloween, and you store it all the way over here to Angel 3. Usually a Jolly Rancher, because chocolate doesn't have that long a shelf life. Then you got the opening of November. Look at the prediction box for October and see if it came true. Creation. The Ongalo of Pollution. So I've celebrated... So the Ongalo of Pollution is the day that Oolong came to the third universe. And when Oolong came to the third universe, they found a lot of pollution, and they used the KAP, the kaleidoscopic atomic printer, once again to eat up all the pollution and make new products. So normally what I've done sometimes on the Ongalo of Pollution is I've gone out and picked up trash around town, namely at the creek, because I really like the creek, and I'm doing a service there. Then you've got the seal. That's written wrong. Yeah, the Seal of November. Do the linens, do the stuff, do the prediction box, start of December, read the prediction box, see if it came true for November. Then you have Olanos. Olanos is the collection of holidays. You look at all the holidays you've done throughout the year, and you look at all the things you've created. You look at your Ohilks, and you look at your holidays, and you see, like, how can you build on these the next year? How can you make a better ceremony for the same holiday next year? Or how can you build on that Ohilk the next year? And if somebody sees your Alanis wheel saying you're going to do something next year, they can get a gift for you for Christmas that helps you do that thing. Such as, I wanted to eat in more, so I got that. So my parents got me that hot plate, which was connected to my Amazon Echo. Then you've got Sunrise Day. Sunrise Day is just, not necessarily here, but anywhere in this quadrant. You get on Sunrise Day, you find that the sun rises very late in the day because of daylight savings time. And you wake up at the normal time, like 6 o'clock earlier. I started doing this in school, so 6 o'clock for school. Go outside and you take a time lapse of the sunrise, and I've been doing this since when I was 16. And then you've got, now I'm 30, so that's always fun. And then you've got the Seal of December, which also tends to fall on Christmas. So you don't really do the linens I wouldn't really do the linens because I'd be at my parents' house. And I make the prediction box for the whole Gregorian year. And I make the I make the prediction box for the whole Gregorian year, and I get my Christmas presents that were requested on Olanos. So then you've got the start of January. The start of January is well, I would still be at my parents' house, I think, for Christmas, but the start of January would involve looking over the December prediction box, and it would involve and sometimes it would involve making a day in the life video, because it seems like the most normal time of year. Then there's, and like I'm going home that week. Then there's the Angalo of space. Stay at someone's house, I'll stay at my parents' house a little bit. Just create something new, an Ohilch, seal of January, prediction box, linens, Angel 3, standard angel ceremony. But of course, you are eating that candy that you stored on Halloween. Then, start of February, you read over this prediction box. Then you create something for February. I think this is where I created, my videos on. I think this is where I created my videos about Anlian that had all the SketchUp and iMovie in them. And then this is the Angalo of the Angalo of ignorance. So you present something on, to your friends about Anlian. Then you got February, the end of February, do the linens, prediction box. March, read the prediction box for February, which was made here. Here. Then you've got Ugin Day, or Uhilflo, or Day of the Animal. You make one of these Uggins, and you spend the day with it, talk to it. It'll tell you something about your Jungian shadow. It's a toy. Hachvalo, so that's the mirror to Yom Kippur is Hachvalo, so it's the day of good deeds. You read through all your good deeds for the year, and you try to figure out which ones have become habitual. And then you can really, I guess it's just a feel-good holiday, because you put all your sins over here in September and you do all your good deeds in March. Well, you look over all your good deeds in March. The same thing like with the Halk, that's a bad deed. Hachva, that's a good deed. And then you have the seal of March. Once again, all the normal stuff. All the normal stuff like prediction box. Do your linens. Look over the prediction box. Then going into April, you have the Angalo of energy. Now this is the biggest Angalo. I never miss the Angalo of energy. And in the Angalo of energy, Olam, I think I missed on the Angalo of intelligence. I said, or the Angalo of ignorance. that's when Oolong went to this universe, and they failed to get to the right time. So they educated the people of this universe in the past on how to create their design for the future, and they moved all the way to the future time and they froze themselves with their own technology all the way to the future time when Oolong was when they talked to the Celions about creating the new universe. And here they finally took that infinite energy source, which was the energy of the previous universe, before they shrunk themselves down and moved into this universe. Then shrunk themselves down a little bit more, moved them to this universe. They shrunk themselves down a little bit more and they moved into this universe. They shrunk themselves down a little bit more and they moved into this universe. They shrunk themselves down a little bit more and they moved into this universe. And then finally, this energy of their previous universe is huge, and they brought that energy to their own people. And so to celebrate the Angalo of energy, I use only solar power. So I go to my parents' house and use their electronics only during the day, and I don't use their gas stove. I don't use any gas cars, though they do have an electric car. And even though that's a different kind of gas, but and I don't use, I do use the internet. I remember the last time, so I recharge my phone during the day and on their solar panels. And then I use the flashlight on the phone during the night instead of using the lights. And I did recently use AI that day, but I used Gemini because Google has a pledge that they may not be following to be carbon neutral. So, another health crazy new thing. End of April. Prediction box and linens. Angel 4. Now this is the Angel Week that represents the end of the Anlian school year. So it is just a normal Angel Week. And then you've got it's I guess the most normal Angel Week, which makes it interesting. Because it's not the new year, it's not the it's not Halloween. It's not the stored candy from Halloween. The one thing that's special about it is ice cream. Like, you always have to make sure you have ice cream that day. But, or that week. And then you have the Angalo of... Sorry, no. That's not the Angalo. You have the Twilight Summer. Now, the Twilight Summer lasts for 2 weeks. And then after the 2 weeks, school actually ends. But as an adult, there's no school. So what happens in reality is I go to the beach, and I watch the sunset at the beach, just like I watch the sun rise at home. And then there's the start of January. You got these 2 camps. You got All Flag Day, where I get everybody to make a flag of their own design for their own sec. Probably like leave each camp, at the end. Then you've got Wahalo, which previously was known as the Day of the Broken Door, but since this means broken door, I had to change it to this. It's a day where to remember the door that my dad wrote down when my mom was pregnant with me, and the door that I broke down when I was 10, when my grandma died, and the door that I knocked on with a baseball bat when I was 19 and got sent to the mental hospital. Kind of major things, kind of major changes in my life. I look at the mayor of Olanos, which is all of the holidays and creations, and I look at the Wahalos, which are the things that other people do. Again, you've got Hal, that's when another person does a bad deed, and you describe what that is down here. And Hachba is when another person does a good deed, and you describe what it is down here. And then finally, you got 2 more camps, and the seal of July, the seal of the week. Or the seal of the month. You know, you look over your linens and prediction box, and you end the season the same way you ended the season here or here or here on Saturday, and you start the new season. You start the new year with Angel 1. And this has been the Anlian calendar.